Yo! So, it's the day after finals. I managed to ride the contest. I'm now packing my bikes away. Downhill bike's been a pain in the ass for some reason to go in the bag. Well, I've got it in there. Jump bike's doing now. I'm just finding all the last little bits to be packed into my downhill bike bag so I don't forget about that one. I'm just going to throw in my first run from finals. You'll be seeing that now.
Next up, we have Thomas Stead, my GT teammate. He's been working hard to get on tour. He wanted to be in this for a long time. He was also another alternate, able to get his way in because of another injured rider. He hasn't been holding back much in practice, so I'm really curious to see what he's got going in this run number 1.
So Tom is Stead, another rider who's taking his very first CRANKWORX slopestyle run.
Huge extension on that backflip tuck no-hander right out of the gate. Backflip Superman on the super booter. That was clean right there. 360 opposite downside tail whip. 360 on the cannon. Truck driver up. Tuck no-hander off. Now he was doing something that the crowd loves to see on this last jump here. There it is. Double backflip. Always a crowd favorite. Tom was doing those for the past like 3 days in practice. Just had it so dialed in.
Tom is Stead, clawing his way onto the slopestyle world tour. This is a guy who comes from a BMX background, hopped on a mountain bike and said, hey, this is pretty fun. He took 5th at Big White last season, 1st at Dirt Wars, and now he's here. Take a look back at this run. Now, I was really excited to see this super booter.
He has some of the best 360 down whips in the game. He just catches them so early and everything's so locked in, and I don't think I've ever seen him screw one up. Been working hard to get onto this CRANKWORX stage. I talked to him about a week before we all traveled here, and he was wondering if he was going to get in, but he wanted to come into it as if he were in the mindset that he was for sure going to be in.
Look at that. His eyeballs staring at the landing after the first flip. Great air awareness out of this rider in his first CRANKWORX slopestyle appearance. What will the score be? Will he have enough to upset the current top score held by Lucas Hoopert? A 65 is what he'll need to beat. Now the judges deliberating. So much at stake here when you consider it is very easy to get bumped off of tour. In your first event, your primary goal is to be securing that invitation into stop number 2, which will be in Innsbruck, Austria, later this summer. Now those eyes, I can't wait to see his second run. If he does that double flip again, we'll take a look at how he's staring at the landing halfway through that double backflip. Thomas Stead with a 60, so he'll go into second place right now.
So I was super stoked with that run. I was just happy to get to the bottom of the hill and not crash and just get a score on the board. I ended up getting a 60, I believe, for that run. Which was very tame. I was just wanting to get to the bottom of the hill. I wasn't really pushing too hard. And now I'm going to throw in my second run for finals. And I hope you enjoy it. Speak to you in a second.
But Thomas Stead right here, this kid is capable of crazy things. We saw him at District Ride last year, trying some crazy tricks. Never one to hold back. Here he comes, run number 2. Backflip tuck no-hander, great extension on that, not taking any pedals for the next feature. Backflip 1 foot of can, going a little bit deep there. Perfectly smooth backflip Superman. Things are looking great for Tom so far. Switching up his trick there into a purposely under-rotated cork 720 because that is a hip. 360 down whip on to the on-off now. So he moves some tricks around in this run. Very smooth barrel roll on that second to last jump. What's it going to be? He rotated that so slow, it didn't look like it was going to come around, but it did. I don't know what happened there. He just kind of crumpled on the landing. That was a really good run from Thomas Stead right there.
This is his debut performance, and we're seeing him with some promising moves out there, showing that he has the smarts of configuring a run relatively safer in run number 1, something he knew he could pull off, and then adding more spice to it in run number 2.
Great extension on that start feature there. Going big on that. We weren't sure if he'd have enough speed here. Backflip Superman. Twisting that GT La Bamba into all sorts of shapes. CRANKWORX 720. So that right there, he moved some tricks around. That was a 3-down whip and run number 1. But he knew he had to up the ante. Important thing is he got a run down the course in run 1. So he was able to hang it out a bit more on this. That right there, he has some of the, they're almost decades the way he does them, just spinning around the bars there.
All right, take a look at his air awareness. I'm gonna ask you to pause now, please. All right, look at these eyeballs. He's staring right down at his landing, even though he's gonna have to shoot his head backwards shortly to do another flip. He's trying to gauge how much time he has. Roll the footage. Here we go. Then he throws the eyeballs into the back of his head, and when he spots his landing, he knows he should have tucked up into a little bit of a tighter ball. Just the body weight a little bit too far forward to absorb that landing. The arms not prepared for impact, and he's already reacting.
A lot of riders struggling for speed on that jump. He actually went a little bit deep. He's going to be frustrated with himself. He's been doing that since day 1 of practice. He's got that trick on such lock.
As you can see, it was going so well. I was so happy. I threw in 3 tricks in there that I hadn't even done in practice. I had never flip can the shark fin at the start. Never cork 7 the hip. Hadn't done a 3-down whip up the step up. And it came to the last trick, the trick that I find so simple to do and do on a daily basis, double backflip. And I just under-rotated that tiny bit too much. I wasn't ready to land and my feet blew off the pedals. So disappointed. Never been more upset with myself, I think, ever. That just a trick that I do so regularly, so consistently, and I just messed it up for no reason. But yeah, so I'm gonna go home, get training, ride my compound, get set. Hopefully I'll be in for the next one in Innsbruck. If not, I'm gonna have to get some more points, go to Rocket Air in Switzerland, and hopefully I'll get some points to be in the next one. Innsbruck looks like a course that I'm gonna absolutely love, so hopefully I can pull my finger out my arse and get in there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just quick, short, but yeah, just wanted to let you know how it went down yesterday. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace.